Sitting beneath Pipeline Hill, California Memorial Stadium in Berkeley. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the Washington Huskies and the Cal Golden Bears. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Hey guys, I caught up with the Huskies head coach before the game. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start the season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. He'll return it. Slips through the line.
Best retired man in the nation, man. Best retired man in the nation, man.
They won't get him in. It's a touchdown.
People still filling the stands. And he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. On the return, it's Washington. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His man on the left. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throwing, Williams. Left side is Hill. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Washington coming to the line with another first down. The give on the counter. Finds his way for 3 after the 33. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Trying to get started. Makes a move. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. He'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Nowhere to go. And the Golden Bears want to move quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And this offense comes out 1st down, tries to run the football, no answer. 2nd down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
The offensive line's got to get it together, giving up a sack on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Quarterback changing the play. From the gun on 3rd down, Songa Bolatelli. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Looks it in. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
The counter run play is really tricky for defenses to stop because it forces you to play with great eye discipline. Everything in pre-snap is telling you the ball's going to a strong side, but now they run it back weak, and they're pulling offensive linemen. This defense better be ready because this won't be the last time today they see the counter run.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Williams moving out to the right. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. Defender got caught, a little handsy with that jersey, and it'll cost him. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The lone back's got it. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They give it back to him. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. Here's Williams to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase. I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
4th down, Williams. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. On the run, it's long. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. They go play action with Sangapolitelli. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Who is getting beat
This
like
defense,
this,
they are
bro?
tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Bro, you supposed to be a whole 90 overall, dog. You over there getting your ass whooped. I ain't going for that.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. JKS. And
Hey, bro.
feels the heat
Hey,
coming
bro.
in and burns him up. Another
Nah, dog, you
sack.
can't watch my
Man,
backside.
how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season.
Ain't
This
no way
defense
you get
playing
your
better
ass whooped like
because
this
they're getting
over
more
there.
pressure on the quarterback.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. The Golden Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Kicks it high and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down
What
toward
did I
the
do that
earth.
for? He's over there getting his ass whooped, dog. Telling me I ain't gonna be able to throw the ball this game, coach? What you telling me?
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Williams. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Williams to throw for it on 4th. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
First play of this drive. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. 10. Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Cal. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Got it, looking for a first. At the 40, there he goes. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Washington wants to go quickly.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Williams on the play fake. Look out! Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Williams to the air again. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. This offense has failed on its previous 2 4th down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
He'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Jaron Chiave Songapolatelli. Tight end finds a soft spot. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Now on 1st down from the 40. Fresh center downs going to the air. Right side, it's Watson. Oh, spins away. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Wants to throw one first. Here comes the heat. Out wide left, it's Clement. Snags it and he's open. Touchdown, Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And the returner is stopped. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wideout. Throwing, Williams. Got it. Brought down at the 23. It's a 15-yard pickup to get them way out of their own end.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hill. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Williams. The screen, he can go. Could not make his way to the corner. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. 4th down, Williams. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Huskies want to pick up the tempo.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge 1st down.
They'll give it to him again. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here's Williams to throw. Back's got it on the screen. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Again, it's Songo Bolatelli. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Williams completes it in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Williams looking for a man. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Third down from the gun, Williams. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Dead center perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. Let's open things up with Georgia Tech taking on the USC Trojans. And it's the Yellow Jackets looking to make it 5 straight wins, and they do that. They essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That one just came off his hand badly.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. Fires to the big fella.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Washington right back to the line. Throwing, Williams. Out wide right, it's Washington. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Williams will pass. Escapes the pressure going right. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Turns it upfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Washington. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Williams. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And the sack all the way back at the 5. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Still looking. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And look at the quarterback. Look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Yo! I got you.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the night.
Yeah. lot of shit going on just now. I'm finna on pause. Had to get the paperwork. Whew. Alright, let's do it. I'm back. Let's do it. Alright, let's do it. I'm back. Let's do it.
And probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Golden Bear offense, ready to start this drive. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Sangapolitelli. Left side is Clement. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Whew.
Second and long here. Sangapolitelli on the play action. Throws for the tight end. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. On play action. Hit as he throws. He's got it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Makes the catch. It's Watson. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Sangapolitelli, play action. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
This is a gamble that could blow up in your face, going for it on 4th and long from their own 43. Making the adjustment. They'll move the wide receiver. Fourth down, Sangapobatelli. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Season alley. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable.
Snags it, and there's running room. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Here's Williams to throw. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Williams looking for a man. And he gets it away.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
And the RPO got him. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll run out of the gun with Watson. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Gotta love the way the defense is playing here on this drive. Down in the game in the 4th quarter. They're expecting run, and they're getting stops these last 2 snaps. If they can get a big play here, they've got an opportunity to get off the field and probably get pretty good field position to put their...
Makes the catch, and he's free. Inside the 30. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run
just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They go play action with Sangapovatelli.
Let it go!
The quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space,
let the fucking ball go, JKS.
Take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit
give a
longer.
fuck if you getting
That's
hit. Let
the
that
risk
bitch
and
go.
danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And the Golden Bears in the hurry up. Sangapovatelli from the gun on 3rd down. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Makes the grab on the big throw. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on 2nd down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Quick give. It's Clark. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Williams fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle.
He caught that bullshit.
Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
3rd and long right here. Snap it to the back. They stop him at the 23. Good pickup, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll bring up 4th down. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rush is on. And they got him. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.
Well, this offensive line has got to do a better job. They've now given up way too many sacks. This poor quarterback is running for his life. They've got to shore up and do a better job on the offensive line.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Throwing, Sangapolatelli. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They're going to leave it in the hands of their offense on 4th down from their own territory, holding the lead. 4th down, Sangapolatelli. He lobs one high down the left side. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Making the adjustment on the play. JKS.
What the fuck?
Intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at 37.
All right, bro. All right, bro.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Williams will pass. Out wide left, it's Washington. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Okay, bro.
This is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
It's Williams again. Complete. He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Here's a give to Watson. All over him immediately. Now Washington uses his 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Sangapolatelli on the play action. Finds his man. Got room at the 35. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Off play action. Under pressure. Left side is Clement. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Watson again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd